a video on Cacio Pepe. I think that's right. Which is basically pasta with cheese and black pepper. And no fat, which I'm a little bit concerned about. If this doesn't work, I think it will be because there should be a little bit of fat in this. But from what I was reading, there's no fat in it. It is just basically pasta, cheese, and pepper, and make the sauce using the pasta water. However, I am going to cheat, and I'm going to use my method of cooking pasta when we cook it in a little bit of water, so lots of the starch comes out of the pasta, and we have a higher concentration of starch in the water, because it's kind of quite difficult to replicate using at home how you kind of make it in a restaurant with a pan that's had lots of pasta cooking it throughout the day, and it's saturated with starch from lots of different pasta, so it's kind of quite difficult to replicate that. So if we cheat and cook the pasta in a little bit of water like we do a risotto, we kind of get around that problem. So you will see in the pan already the starch is starting to come out of the pan. Starch is already coming out of the pasta. I just soaked the pasta first in some hot water, just so it fitted in the pan. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of quite difficult to get the pasta into the pan, because it won't want to. It doesn't want to. It'd just fry on the side of the pan. It wouldn't melt into the water because there's not enough water, because we're cooking it a different way. So 300 grams of pasta and 70 grams of just the cheap, I don't know, Italian hard cheese. I don't know what type of cheese it is. It's just Italian hard cheese. No, actually we've got 100 grams because it's a 200 gram packet. So it's 100 grams of cheese, which we have grated. We season the water with salt, and then I think that'll be enough cheese. Yeah, that should be enough cheese, and it should be. It's supposed to be grated finer than that, but we'll see how we go. And we're supposed to melt the cheese in a little bit of the pasta water beforehand to make a little bit of a slurry type of thing. But we'll see if we don't have to do that. And I think we'll be able to get away with you just melting it in there. I think. I haven't got huge hopes for this. I'm just curious, and if we nail it the first time, I should be on 5 minutes. I've just put the timer on 5 minutes, and if I nail it the first time, I'll be kind of quite surprised. I think it needs some fat, if I'm honest. When you make a pasta dish with guanciale, using the lard from the guanciale to make the sauce, and it helps form the sauce a lot better, because essentially you're making a cheese sauce, and you're using the like a deconstructed white sauce. So you've got the fat, you've got the starch, and you've got the cheese, and the water from the pasta as well. So the starch and the pasta water is the flour that you would use in a white sauce. The lard is the fat that you would use to make a white sauce. The water replaces the milk or the stock, and the cheese is the cheese. So it's deconstructed. So as you can see, it's bubbling and it's forming bubbles. Bubbling and forming bubbles. Yeah, so it's want to boil over. That is the starch in the pasta that is wanting to form bubbles, like when you blow bubbles with washing up liquid. So the only danger is it's going to want to boil over, but we'll keep an eye on that. But it's just the starch, so we can tell that the starch is actually coming out of the pasta. Which is a good thing. So essentially, it's like cooking a risotto. Is this? So a little bit of water, and the pasta absorbs the water, and instead of being a big pan of water, there's a little amount of water. But you'll see that the water will get absolutely saturated with the starch from the pasta. And it'll thicken up slightly, which will also improve, making the sauce kind of a bit easier as well. Make a nicer, richer creamier sauce. I think we'll put some pepper in now. We'll put some pepper in now. Quite a lot of pepper as well. And Cacio Pepe. And I should have maybe dry roasted the pepper as well to kind of bring out a little bit more flavour. But I've been swimming. I'm a little bit tired and I'm hungry. So anyway, and cooking pepper actually lessens the spiciness of it, or the heat of the pepper. So we'll cook some in, and the flavour will go into the water and to the pasta, flavouring each other, and then we might just add a little bit more at the end as well. So probably need to add some more water to this as well. But as you see, just move it to one side. So you can see already that the water is thickening up because it's got. Can you see? Water is thickening up and becoming quite cloudy with the starch from the pasta in it. So it's certainly going to need some more because it's no way that it's cooked yet. Oh, it's not that far off. Not that far off. That's a little bit more water though, so water from the kettle if you haven't got a pasta pan behind it. That's a good amount of pepper so far as well. Moving it around as well, you're going to release some of that starch. I think we need to pause the video while we do this. One of my friends said my videos are a bit long, and you should do things a little bit more precise and shorter, and I'm going to pay no attention to that whatsoever. I'm going to do exactly what I want to do. I don't think you should. I don't think you should do things to please other people. Certainly, if it stops you from, you shouldn't. I'm not kind of thinking. I'm not kind of putting this in the right way. But you shouldn't change your beliefs and what you like just because other people are going to say that you should do it the way that they want you to do it. You should carry on doing it the way that you want to do it. In my opinion. Right, so we'll take this down further enough that there's just enough water in to form the sauce. We can always add a little bit more, but the pasta's going to be cooked soon, so we don't want to be adding any more water than we do than now. Probably do some more pepper. Just now the cheese as well, so that'd be nice. That's fine. By the time the pasta's cooked, enough water will evaporate, and then we can add the cheese, and we'll see if it forms a sauce. It's certainly going to be a cheap pasta dish. I don't think you can make a cheaper pasta dish than this. Right. Let's judge it. Don't want any more. A little bit longer. Little bit longer. Pasta's nearly ready. Must be nice and al dente. That's why I'll leave it at that. So, turn the pasta off, turn the water off, turn the heat off, because if we add the cheese to and carry on cooking in a hot pan, it will split the cheese. So cheese in now. Got a lot of cheese actually. There's been enough heat to melt it all properly. We'll see how we go. And then mixy. There we go. It doesn't need the fat. Who would have guessed? It doesn't need the fat to form the sauce. Oh, there we go. Isn't that interesting? It's not We'll do some more cheese actually. No, we'll carry on cooking. It hasn't coated the pasta just as I would like. We'll just keep moving it around. Get some of that water to evaporate. Yeah, so it's nice and silky. Yeah, the sauce is nice. That's nice. Obviously made it with the cheapest pasta I could get my hands on as well. Don't put some more cheese in. Let's put some more cheese in. But it works. So if I put more cheese in it and there's not enough heat in the pan to melt the cheese, then that's fine. But we'll just put a bit more cheese in, I think. Quickly, maybe another 25 grams or something like that. Just make the sauce just a little bit more luxurious, I think. So, yeah, that's better. Just needed a bit more cheese. There we go. Cacio Pepe. That works, doesn't it? Didn't need the fat. I was wrong. So, cheese pasta with pepper. And a little bit more fresh pepper in there. Quite a lot of pepper. There's not much other flavours in there. So we might as well put pepper in. So there we go. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. So, there's no nice way of doing this. I'm not going to do a fancy twist or anything like that. Easy peasy. Cacio Pepe. Got it right first time. Who'd have guessed?